I was actually supposed to sing that song. In fact, Gulzar Saab and Ratnam ji came to my studio. Firstly, I couldn't understand what the Persian lady was singing.
Maiyya Maiyya, gulabi tare chunne sare chun. Maiyya Maiyya.
I think it was about 3 in the morning, and AR called me. And I said, "Man, what have you done? It's incredible."
Kannamoochchi.
Music is the largest consumed art form on the planet, and it is the least paid for.
Tracking milestones of an incredible journey spanning more than 3 decades. Rahman Music Sheets. Hi friends, discover the top take as we uncover the wow factor in this episode. Do watch it till the end to grab this musical moment of the day. Ranjit Barot. The groove runs in his bloodstream. Ranjit's journey with AR Rahman began with Bombay, a soundtrack that broke new ground. In episode 204, Ranjit spoke of his first meeting with Rahman and an unexpected encounter with Mani Ratnam. Find its link in the description. Their first track together, Humma Humma, Ranjit designed its iconic rhythm. The voice, AR Rahman in Tamil. Remo Fernandes in Hindi. But somewhere in the middle of it all was a moment, a possibility, something the world never heard, something that almost happened.
I was actually supposed to sing that song, and I remember I was traveling, and had I sung that song, I would have been a singer today, I think. But I tell AR, it's not too late. You can still give me a song. Give me a song to sing, man. And then he ended up using Remo Fernandes, yeah. But that would have been interesting to see how that panned out.
Can you sing few lines here? I'm sure it will be a delight for our viewers.
I don't really... what was it? Ek ho gaye hum aur tum, to ud gaye nindi re, something like that, no? Na na de do payo de do chan da da kare humma. I would have sung it, man. It would have been great in my voice. But it was not to be, so what to do?
Ranjit ji, it's a song that has survived for more than 3 decades. What was so unusual?
No, all his early work, even some of his current work, has survived the test of time because it's honest, it's coming from a place of joy. You see, when music is made like that, it takes on, it has a long life, and that joy transmits to people. The joy that AR must have felt making this music has transmitted to people. So that's why it's lasted so long, and will be around forever, I think. It's not gonna. It's like the Beatles or Michael Jackson. It's not going to go away.
Humma, 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 hey, humma. Bombay's music, especially its theme, introduced Mr. Rahman to the world. As a musician, how would you describe the theme track? What was so special that the world felt connected to it?
Absolutely divine. Divine. Just fantastic. Great clarity of thought. See, AR's strength is to cut through the ego, the fight that all artists have in trying to prove themselves. AR is the master of floating. He is not struggling. He has clarity of thought. And that is worth 1,000,000 times any other compositional skill you might have. You can write complicated pieces of music, and I can write an orchestral piece but AR is able to cut through all of that and get to the heart of the story he wants to tell with that piece of music. This is a gift that not everyone has, which is why he is what he is. Not to say that he can't write complicated music and he can't write something that challenges the highest caliber of musician. He can. But he knows that he wants to connect with billions of people, not millions of people. And to do that, he has to be accessible and yet satisfy his own musical craving and satisfy his own, go to bed at night knowing that you did a great piece of work that even a connoisseur can admire and a common man can sing. This is very rare, and I don't know anybody else in this country that can do that like that. He's one of a kind in that. So the Bombay theme for me is one of the greatest pieces of music I've heard. It's absolutely beautiful.
Awara Bhanwre jo hale hale gaye.
Minsara Kanavu, a Silver Jubilee film in Tamil, simultaneously made in Hindi as Sapnay. Music made its heart beat.
Chanda re, kabhi to sameep par aa.
The film swept 4 national awards. Prabhudeva for his unconventional choreography, S.P. Balasubramaniam and K.S. Chitra for their soulful playback, and of course AR Rahman for a magical soundtrack. In 1997, music giant HMV, now Saregama, shelled out a staggering ₹2 crore just to acquire the Hindi album rights.
Ranjitji, you were part of Pookum, Oosai or Awara Bhanwre in Hindi. When you started working, what kind of brief did you get from Mr. Rahman?
The thing is, I'd like to tell you so much, but really with AR and me, we hardly exchange he never briefs me. I hear a melody and I know the tempo and he says, it's like this, make it happy, blah, 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 and that's it. And then it's whatever I do, it goes to him, and if he wants to tweak it a little bit, he'll do what he needs to do. But no, I've never been told by him what to do, really. So I wish there were like some serious backstory or something, but there isn't. He's just, all our interactions are very, very minimal in conversation. And I think it's because we have similar tastes in music. We've grown up listening to the same kinds of music. So, हम कहते हैं ना हिंदी में, समझदार को इशारा ही काफ़ी है. तो वो वाला हिसाब है वो. There's not much, do like this, do that, do this. He'll have a few key points and that's it. That's it. It's the same for Adi Reddy. It was the same for, in Kandukondain I did that one song, Kannamoochchi, which Chitraji sang. So, it's all very, very organic. It happens in a very organic way, and I think that's the way music and the arts should happen. It's all very, very easy, really. Sometimes what I do may not work. It could be, and he may say, okay, I'm going to try something else, Ranjit. Don't worry about it, because he's under a clock too. And one of the downsides of maybe easy communication is that I may not have picked up on something that he might have implied, but that's never really happened. Maybe very rare, maybe once or twice, I mean, you take the song Maiyya Maiyya. I mean, same thing. I got a voice and a click track, and In fact, Gulzar Saab and Mani Ratnam ji came to my studio, and it was really interesting because firstly I couldn't understand what the Persian lady was singing, you know, and I was like, and then Gulzar Saab told me, no, you know, the lyrics are a little unintelligible, please don't pay attention to that. And I asked Mani Ratnam ji, like, I know it's a dance number, but what do you want me to do? And he was amazing. He just stood up and said, you make the track, I'll shoot it. Now, that's kind of scary also because it's a lot of responsibility. But I did everything, gave it to AR, then he tweaked it a bit, and it's still a hit song, you know.
Maiyya Maiyya, gulabi tare chunne sare chun. Maiyya Maiyya.
She echoed in Bombay, a child's voice in Rahman's chorus, born to melody, Sujata Mohan's daughter. But her journey, her voice, entirely her own. Shweta Mohan, not just a legacy, a force. Full interview, uncut, uncensored. Rahman Music Sheets. Only on O2 India. Streaming now on YouTube. Find its link in the description.
Ranjitji, before our break, you mentioned that Mr. Rahman never briefs you. In fact, that's his style to collaborate with every artist. And we also have great composers. They write everything. They would like others to just execute what they have written. According to you, what works best?
Well, I would like to be told certain key elements. You see, because the song, you know, doing a song or arranging a song is a very open brief. I could make a song for you with just sound effects, with nature sounds. I could make a groove out of leaves and a pebble being thrown into a pond. I could take human voices and do a whole song with just sampling human voices, making the groove out of that, beatboxing. I could do an orchestra. We need key elements because, listen, we're making a song that serves a film. You know, there's a visual component there. We need to serve that. So if it's just a song, okay, fine. You know, we can figure that out. But yeah, certain key elements, and then I like to be left alone. I don't want somebody monitoring me and watching what I do. I think it's unnecessary. I tell people, you go to a restaurant, you order a food, they tell you whether it's spicy or not. You're not going to go stand next to the cook. Yeah, you get your food, you eat it, you like it, you don't like it, you want a little salt, you want a little pepper. That's up to you. But I don't like to be monitored when I'm working, no.
When you worked on Awara Bhanwre, were you working on Hindi track or the Tamil track?
The track is the same for both. Only the voices were dubbed differently, but the track is the same. So I worked on the Hindi. Hema Sardes I sang, I think, yeah.
Sangeet hai, sangeet hai.
Chandare, Chandare. That's my favorite tune, man. What a composition that is. And I was in Chennai and we had finished Awara Bhanwre, and this was the other song from Minsara Kanavu. And Rajiv was dropping me back to the hotel, and in his car he said, listen, we just did this. And I was blown away. What a melody that is, man. And the music section, oh, fantastic. Fantastic, really.
Chandare, Chandare, kabhi to zameen par aa.
Ranjitji, during Bombay, Mr. Mani Ratnam left you alone. But here, the director,
Absolutely.
Mr. Rajiv Menon, himself understands nuances of music very well. And he's very hands-on with all his films when it comes to the music. So what was your experience of interacting with him?
He was pretty much left me alone. I didn't see any real... I think Rajiv Menon might just be more musically informed, and since he understands, he might have certain extra inputs, but I don't remember him telling me what to do. Nothing. I mean, I made the track, it's pretty much used as is. Nothing was really messed. I mean, all the BGM sections AR did. He would have tweaked that. But the DNA of the song is mine. Yeah, it's Rajiv didn't, and I'm good friends with Rajiv. We share similar passion for food. His mother makes the best mutton I've had in my life, man. So it was a fun experience for me.
Kandukondain
Kandukondain Kandukondain, released in 2000, an adaptation of Sense and Sensibility, the debut novel of Jane Austen. Featuring a dream cast, Aishwarya Rai, Tabu, Mammooty, Abbas and Ajith Kumar.
What memories do you have of Kandukondain Kandukondain? Once again, a Rajiv Menon film.
Yeah, I remember I had my first studio was a small studio at home. And Rajiv and AR came over and they briefed me on that, just gave me the track and I said, okay. And I remember they had to come and wait a bit because I was not well that day. And I came in the studio. We had a 2-bedroom flat. 1 bedroom was the studio and 1 bedroom was my bedroom. So, I came and we chatted. And then, and I used to work, because it was at home, I could afford to work late hours and stuff because I was at home, So I finished the track and I was in the studio. I sent them the track and then I was in the studio working on something else, and I think it was about 3 a.m. And AR called me. And he said, man, what have you done? It's incredible what you did. And I was like, what? He said, yeah, Kannamoochchi for Kandukondain. It sounds killer, So I said, okay, great, I'm happy you like it.
And this was the most difficult song for them to crack. Mr. Menon himself told me that they just kept struggling because Mr. Rahman was not getting this particular raga right.
Yeah, I mean, listen, AR can get any raga he wants, man. It's not like that. But hey, yeah, I mean, hey, man, AR is incredible.
In 2000, this soundtrack of 8 Tamil songs was sold for rupees 2 crore plus. It will be a massive amount if we calculate it in today's terms. Can we imagine a film soundtrack getting that kind of money now?
It's stupidity. That's what it is. It's people who don't want to pay for great work. It's being destroyed, really. It's just greed, and music is the largest consumed art form on the planet, and it is the least paid for. There's a reason for this. Your Apple subscription is 100 rupees a month. Now you're streaming millions of songs from artists. What do you think they're making? Nothing. Today we make money because we can actually go out and play live. We're not studio musicians only. We have the capacity to excite thousands and thousands of people by live performance. That's what AR and me are doing a lot of the times, For me personally, that's what I'm doing all the time. I mostly play live. If not with him, with my own band and with international artists. And there's only 2 people that wake up and say, let's play. Children and us. And that's why companies don't want to pay. They know how much fun we are having doing what we do. And so why should you get paid for it? You would have done this for free anyway. Which is true. But how do we live? How do we survive? How does a musician survive today? So it's a very, very twisted and very silly way to conduct business with artists. And artists have faced this for years and years. We know so many famous musicians who are geniuses who have died without any money, And at some point, this karmic thing will come back and bite them where the sun doesn't shine. You know what I mean? And and at the end of it, it's wrong. Anything that is consumed needs to be paid for. You'll spend 20,000 rupees on a bottle of wine if you have the money. You know what I mean? You'll spend 10,000 rupees on a sushi meal. But a young keyboard player who has spent his life learning that craft wants to come, you grudge them 10,000-15,000 rupees for a session. What sense does that make? It doesn't make any sense to me. You see what I mean? So where the business is going, I don't know. It's almost today like if you want to play music, you should have another spin-off. You should have another form of income that allows you to play the music you love. Because who knows how you're going to get paid. Or you're big on social media and you have the capacity to constantly be posting and this and that and be constantly visibly present, in which case, whether you make good music or not, you'll be making some money. You know what I mean? I'm not so good at that. I know I need to do these things, but I'm not a big fan of shouting out to people and say, look, here I am. I think people know I'm here. And those who want to connect with me will connect with me irrespective, you know.
Coming up next, did Shah Rukh Khan interfere in the music of 1 2 Ka 4? How challenging or thrilling can a Rajinikanth film be? And Ghajini, what was truly new in its soundtrack? Ranjit Barot will be back with quite a few secrets and stories in our next episode. Stay with us.
AR's strength is to cut through the ego, the fight that all artists have in trying to prove themselves. AR is able to cut through all of that and get to the heart of the story he wants to tell with that piece of music. This is a gift that not everyone has.
Do you agree that this indeed was the moment of the day? Is your choice different? Whatever your mind says, write it in the comments section below. We will be waiting. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, press the bell icon and stay entertained.